Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Jake, and we are going to be doing a Sony Vegas tutorial. It's a bit different from After Effects. Actually, it's a lot different from After Effects, but that's another story. Today, I'm going to be showing you my render settings, basically my settings to get my videos all nice and pretty. I've gotten a couple questions asking me on how to do this, asking me my exact settings for basically my color correction, stuff like that. It's real simple. I only use three things for color correction, so it's like sharpen, color correction, secondary, and saturation adjust. Now, when you're using color correction, you want to vary it according to each map that you're playing on. Like Modern Warfare 2, I have a specific color correction for Modern Warfare 2 the game, and then I tweak it with the map. So I chose this spot on the video right here to basically give you a rundown of the color correction, because it has some shadows, it has some different colors, and it has just basically good elements to show you guys what the color correction does and what it starts out to be. But first of all, first thing you always want to do, you always want to check your project properties. The width is 1280 by 720. Now this comes down to what you're recording with. If I record with an HD PVR, which can either record in 1080p or 720p, I record in 720p, so I output my videos in 720p. So you want to get the dimensions of whatever you record in, put it in there, make sure it fits the screen and all that. And for the field order, I like to keep it on none progressive scan. Some people say to put it on upper field first, but progressive scan just keeps it. I like it better. That's really the only way I like it. And then the pixel aspect ratio, I like to put it on 1. Some people say put it on 1.21. This is my preference, and it would probably come down to your preference, but it really does not matter. 1.21 just makes it a bit wider. I like square, just my personal preference. And the output rotation to be 0. And the frame rate, now this will come back down to what you're recording with. I record with an HPVR, like I said. It records in 59.94 or 60 frames per second. So I keep the frame rate at 60 frames per second, even though YouTube can only take 29.97 frames per second. I really don't know why, but it'll convert it so when it's processing. So you can keep it on 59 or 29.7, really preference. The pixel format, you want it to be 8-bit. The full resolution rendering quality will be best. Motion blur, pyramid, deinterlace method, none. And then you're good like that, and then you want to hit apply. So there we go. Alright, and I'll be right back, guys. Well, it always seems that whenever I'm trying to make a video that I get interrupted every single time. But that's alright. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so continuing this, you want to get your video into your timeline. Right click on it, go down to properties. You want to hit maintain aspect ratio, make sure that's unchecked, and then you want to hit disable resample. Hit OK. And now we're going to crop it to get rid of these black bars up on the top and on the right. So to do that, we just go down to our video, go to the event, pan, and crop. Now I'm going to zoom in to the upper right hand corner using my mouse wheel, and using this we can get a good definition on whether, if it's good. So you just basically want to drag it in like so, get rid of that, and we're just going to double check, make sure we didn't crop it out anywhere that is unnecessary. So check in, say, the left hand corner up here, so we're good on that. I'm just going to make a preset. I'm going to call it HD, and to make a preset you just type it in right here, and then you hit this little save icon, and there we go. If we check it down here, we have the HD preset. If I go back to default, it will default it with the black bars. Then all you have to do is you just go down to HD, and then it will crop it for you just like that. Alright, now onto my the way basically I make the colors pop, and I really need to go find that frame that I wanted to use. Yeah, it's around here somewhere. Is this it? Nope. Is this it? Alright, this is fine. So I always start out with a sharpen, and I'm going to go to my HD preset. so you guys can copy it down. The amount is 0.134. 0.134. With sharpen, it really does not matter if it's on 0 or say 0.134. It makes small fine details. If I uncheck it, you can probably tell, like around the bookcase, it just gets a bit sharper, and the gun gets a bit clear. So that's it for HD or sharpen 0.134. So let's move on to our saturation adjust. I'm gonna go to my MW2 saturation adjust preset. So the amount needs to be negative 0.3000, negative 0.3000. Okay. The center needs to be 0. The spread needs to be 1. The low and the high need to be 0.1200. Low and the high, 0.1200. Remember that one? And basically the same way to save that preset is type it in, hit save icon. So let's get rid of that right there, and let's go all the way up to color correction secondary. And I'm gonna drag my MW2 preset on here, and so yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys copy this down. We'll read it off to you. The rotate hue is 0. The saturation is 1.5. The gamma is 0.9. The gain is 0.9 also. The offset is 0. Alpha is 1. And for the limit saturation, you want to have that checked. The low to be 0, the high to be 162, the smooth to be 0. And the limit hue, you also want it to be checked. The center needs to be 180. The width needs to be 360. Smooth needs to be 0. The limit luminance, the low needs to be 0. The high needs to be 255. And the smooth needs to be 0. And just keep this little color, the chrominance, just in white. The angle is 0, the magnitude is 0, all that. Now, and I'm just gonna size this down just a bit, and let's pull this in. There we go. I'm just gonna deselect the color correction. Now, this makes a huge difference in this. This is straight off the PVR. This is with saturation adjust and sharpen. That is with the color correction. I'm gonna try and find an outside shot of the map for you guys. There's me getting the final kill cam. I'm getting corner trapped. Thanks, bud. And right here, it looks very nice. The shadows look not too dark, not too light. They look realistic, and everything else just looks sharp, thanks to our sharpen preset. And everything looks nice. And the cool thing about this color correction preset, with the saturation adjust that we applied, it actually counteracts the color correction we applied. So basically evens out. It gives it a more plus side to the color correction, if you know what I mean. Now I'm going to move on to my render settings. So you just want to go up to this render as button. I will save it to my desktop. I like to save it as Windows Media Video 11, or if I'm going to compress it, you have to save it as a AVI file. But I'm not going to be compressing this video. I'm going to go to my YouTube HD preset, of all things. Let's go to custom. Let's check this out. I have a template called YouTube HD, mode CBR, format Windows Media, audio 9.2. I'm not going to read all this because it's a lot. The mode, all this, basically what I just said. Image size needs to be what you recorded in. I did it in 1280 by 720. Pixel aspect ratio needs to be 1. Frame rate 59.94 seconds per keyframe is 5, and the override default compression buffer is 8, and the video smoothness is 100. And the bitrate, this depends on your internet speed, basically. Now, I don't have the best of internet, as I have stated in previous videos, so I use the internet /LAN on 6 megabytes. Excuse me. Now, the PVR can record up to 13.5 megabytes. So basically, I am downgrading the quality, because if you do put it on 13.5, you will get the maximum quality out of your video, but that will increase the file size greatly. So good internet, make it a bigger file. Bad internet, make it a smaller file. 6 is the perfect in the middle number to keep it as. It's right in the middle. It's not too big of a file size. You can handle it. And the index summary is just all the same. The project, video rendering quality best, and unless you want your video to be 3D, just use project settings, and your project settings will have it off because we did not check it, and just click OK. Save it to whatever you want to. I'll save it as, okay, I hit enter by the way. So there we go, it's rendering out just smooth and easy like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it helped you out. Peace out, guys.